Hello everybody, welcome back. Thanks for joining me. I'm Christo. This is Songs of Six. And in the last episode, we introduced a tavern to our fine city. Just a small one, along with this massive brewery. Now, the brewery is having problems, because I glance over. We are critically out of coal, which is not good. So let's look into what's going on there. We did just massively expand the ore mine. Sorry, the coal mine. So let's add in the extra workers. Go to 80. Look at that. 1,000, practically 1,000 coal production. We are out of Garthimries. They're not our happiest species, the Garthimries. Happy about more of them being employed all of a sudden. But we could breed Garthimries. What do you need to breed Garthimries? Because each one requires a different food source, I think. Yeah, meat. We have a fair amount of meat. We could try. Each station produces one every 20th day, and each station needs one meat per day, else the cocoon will die. It's not a pleasant environment for any species except Garthimries themselves. Yeah, that checks out. So the coal, I wonder if this coal to metal transport is going to be sufficient to actually get coal over here. Where are you even getting your coal from? Central? It's a little distant, isn't it? Got any spare boxes here? No, we don't need this many stone boxes. Let's have it pull coal from there, so that we can have some a little bit closer to the workstation. You already have the clay, don't you? Yeah, so we've got enough clay coming in now. That's good. That looks like the coal situation resolved. Ooh, lots of homeless Garthimries now. Well, that's okay. We expanded this region with the knowledge in mind that we were imminently going to be cranking the local Garthimri population. So let's do it. Good stuff. Then once those are built, we'll house upgrade them all, and that should be plenty of housing for our new insect guests. Okay. House upgrade. House upgrade. Good. Tons of housing. Cool. And our rations should be increasing. Yeah, not rapidly, but some of them are being eaten. That's interesting. Why is anyone eating rations? And yes, our global happiness will be slightly helped by the minuscule 3%, 0.01 drink preference satisfaction we're getting from having that one tavern. So our drinks successfully making it up to Elftown. Yes, so the elves, I expect, are kind of fully happy on, yeah, they've got their 25% drink rations. Which gives us 0.93, slightly more generous than I thought it was going to be. Whereas the piggy boys, actually the same. Okay, I guess they're going out of their way to make sure they get them. It's fine. And grain stocks looking, yeah, not hugely positive, but I think we are getting there. A lot of spoilage still. And the hole under the mountain is gathering rations. Bread is looking a little negative. Why is that? Just eating? Yeah. Should I be putting... Can I put anything else and herbs in here? Yeah, I can put fish and herbs in here. But we don't have as much fish. We might have to expand the bakery. Also looking a little low on... Ooh, very low on paper right now. Okay, I guess we actually need to... odd as it may seem, expand this vast paper maker even more. Let's expand it to meet our needs for a long time. It's not enough. The wall needs to be here, I think. Then I can hold this. Yeah, good. The idea is that, you know, we won't need to expand our paper manufacturing for the foreseeable future. We will once we need to even more admin, but that should be... I decline your gift. That should be a long way in the future. %97 efficiency. 99, 100. Door here, here, here. Already got doors down there. Build it. Okay. That leaves us with the ability to almost double the number of paper makers in here, I think. Which will be good. And we have, I hope, Dundorian odd jobbers. Yeah, we've got 100 of them because no one's working paper maker right now. And then bakery is the next thing. You're already fully upgraded and there's really no room to expand you. Ah. What do we do about that? I'm going to have a new bakery area, I guess. Where do I put that? Up here, maybe? Because going even further west seems... Yeah, okay. We need to clear a new bit of mountain home. I really thought I put this so far away we'd never want to use this space, but clearly not. Clear a large new section. Ready for some new bakery manufacture. I'll add 15 paper makers and see where that leaves us. Yeah, grain is slowly increasing. Slowly. The rations are going up nicely. Should get us our food days back. Really can't abide being less than 30 days of food days. And we're actually overproducing on Peaver, which surprises me. Now I play over 100 in our paper makers with combined boosters, boosting performance. Nice. Well, let's cut Peaver manufacturing to whatever level we actually seem to be using. So we are consuming about up to 240. So let's try and produce around 240. Wow, that's a lot less than I expected. It's interesting. I guess... No, I don't really know why that is. 308 now. Let's see if that holds. Yeah, so new bakery up in the north. And we also gonna look like we're getting there on meat. Let's update the spreadsheet and see what we're doing, how we're doing on food. Up to 300 insects, 100 fish, 250 Crotonians. Okay, so we should need... That reckons we'd need 792 drinks per day. So I'm surprised that we're not consuming even close to that many. Anyway, meat reckons we should need 185, which we do exceed, but of course there's some spoilage costing us. But no, we're eating more than that, more like 200. Okay. So a new piggy boy thingamajob is called for. Maybe out here to the east, but it's far away. They don't need fertility, right? Yeah, they don't need fertility. But they do need pumps. Or, you know, pumped stuff. So let's shrink like this. Expand it back out to same number of workers. And let's get a new thing, and we can have a bridge, as we know, and then we'll have it, yeah, just head straight down. I guess I will build a new pasture design down here. Yeah, this seems good. We can have a kind of piggy farm enclave down here. Gate up here, so it's nice and close to where they're working. Some huts. For efficiency, that's 16.4 workers. So I will cut some corners until we are at 16. Build that back. Cut. Thusly. Maybe one more off each side. 16.1. There we go. Good. And this is not pumping water. That's right, sorry. You actually build the full canal, but then it puts a bridge on it. I remember. Good. Resources. Paper's still low. No, okay, there must be a wood shortage. No, there's thousands of wood here. We're just using staggering amounts of paper. Blimey. That is, that's quite something. We got a lot of workers on that. Okay, grain still looks good. Now surely we can drag this positive. But yeah, the library... Okay, the library consumption is definitely rising with education. I remember it was less than that. We're up to 48% education now. I'm surprised it's not giving us more of a bonus, but... I mean, it is giving us quite a significant bonus, but... If we look at these libraries, we're getting... Oof, yeah, additive 90% bonus now for education on these. Okay, that's pretty freaking significant. Okay, the Endulance. Yeah, I want to build another one. You can't mirror, can you? You just rotate. So I'll put another one here. And then we'll have this weave like that. And then another like this. Seems good. So we're going to have to mix up how these graves go. We'll put new ones down along this road. We actually do need another one by the looks of things. So you turn off activity and then the bodies can age out. Good. Will take time, of course, but that's okay. Some nice roundness emitters wouldn't go amiss. Here's some of these. And yeah, Endulance, of course, because we're just prioritizing meat manufacture. And this is fetching meat, isn't it? Yeah. Actually, remove that. Put it a little higher. Because I need a road. Good. And we are out of water pressure. So I will assign another 2 pumps to their duty. This one is fully available, which means I can delete it without annoying anyone. In fact, I'm not sure it's even possible to delete it if it's not empty. And then there we go with another. And of course, it's going to be set in 1, but that's fine. We'll get the road right to the door and across here. Good stuff. I decline. Push off. Alright, what paper is now narrowly positive. But it is narrowly. Yeah, clothes look fine. Armor and stuff looks good. How is our training? 89%. So I'm going to recall these guys. And they're going to come back and we'll suddenly have a whole bunch more Garthemeries than we're supposed to. They'll arrive in 1 day. And they're on their way. And yeah, so we might have problems with the Garthemeries being suddenly really unhappy. But we're going to send them out very soon. It's just that I want them to have all their weapons. They'll arrive in 1 day. So it should be now. Arrive in 0 days. So at some point during today. Okay. Okay, but they are at 96% experience. It's pretty good. So, we have 1,400 armor, which means I can give you one of you 600 and one of you 700. Okay. And then we have 1600, so we can give both of you full weapons. Yes, good. Now, can I let in another 100 Talapis? Let's find out. Without them getting unhappy. These houses all upgraded? I think so. Got quite a lot of spaces in them. But let's see. So I want to be able to send out an army, a full army of Garthimeries and Talapis. Excuse me. These are Garthimeri houses. If you need more houses, Dundorians, we'll give you more houses, but they're going to be in your enclave. Are these upgraded? Yes. Okay, so we shouldn't have any Garthimeri housing issues. And yeah, we're waiting for 120 free Talapis. It's going to take a while. Okay, this is built and working. Good. So hopefully our meat situation should improve once these all, you know, fully kick into gear. And yeah, the pumping is working. There's space for another here. Might as well. Though. Yeah, I guess what I'll do is I'll copy it. Like this. And then I'll refurbish it. And move the gate. Good. I do like the soundtrack to this game. It's very relaxing. Okay, so we're not fixing the bread problem just yet. You know, we've got the mining underway. Up to 65 free Garthimeries. Sorry, Talapis. Just keep time speeding along. So coal, we're right on the edge still. Add another 10 coal miners. Or we're fine on. Even though the metal smelters says we're not. Ah, because we're full on metal. Okay. Right, so our machinery is coming back. Administration's hard at work. Any free ambassadors? Neighboring guys are getting increasingly scared of us. Maybe we should let them, because we're probably going to turn on them next, right? I can't employ enough emissaries, okay. Everything else on the resources? Yeah, it's just bread, basically. I mean, how much? We're not making a big enough surplus of other things to use them instead of bread. We just need another bakery, basically. All right, let's do that. Let's solve the bakery problem decisively. So this is the new bakery quarter up here. It's well connected by road. Has a warehouse at the bottom here. With a lot of crates. Thusly. Plenty of good access. Okay, and then we will need a transport for taking the bread down south, because I want this done fast and efficiently. I guess I'll put that here and build the bakery around it. And then one of the transports over here, of which we don't have any spares. This is our main grain storage. New transport to send grain up here. Then our big frickin' bakery. Like a big bakery. And we're going to make it the kind of efficient height, which I think is that many, because if you go one more higher, you have problems. Yeah. We're going to put a bunch of storage over here. A lot of storage. So that both of these Both the warehouse and the transport can pull directly from it. And then oven it up. I think... yeah, actually the most efficient is going to be if we can do something like this. Let's put them in. I think we'll have to make it work. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a good idea. Like that. Okay. We can really neatly fit them in. Beauty. Okay. And some shorter ovens on top, allowing room for substantial auxiliaries along the top and side. 100% efficiency. Door there. Good. And then, how many workers was this going to have? 56 employees. A fully integrated system where the employees live right next door. And it's stone buildings. 3 of them to start with. Oh, we can fit 4 quite nicely. Let's go with 4. With nice torched up road. Travelling down. And statues to remind them of the nobility of their labour. Good. And that's going to take another bunch of Dundorians. We have 3 Dundorians. Don't have any free Cretonians right now. Just make sure we always have plenty. Up to 80 free Talapis right now. And the army, 86% trained, 97% trained. Pretty good. Deployable 100% of them. All right, so we can send them out then. And leave these guys to keep training. And yeah, out they go. Taking with them plenty of supplies. And yeah, fully equipped. Good. There's the bakery. Upgraded. Can't even afford the second upgrade. Wowza. Massively cut the number of people working here. So we're not going to need that many in the short term. And house upgrade these. This is bread north. Doesn't pull from anywhere. Upgrade it. Bread and grain. So much grain. Now you are bread north to central. Food. Bread north to central food. CF. All from here. Take it down to... where is central food again? I forget how I did this. That's central food. Yeah, I guess I send it... well, no, but this doesn't take finished goods, does it? Send it to here. Well, actually, no, just take it to the other bread. Yeah, that's easy. Daisy chain the supply lines, so I don't have to worry about it. Take it to bread. Bread is what you take. And you... bread north. Oops. Take from Piggeton Produce East. Take it up here. Take grain. Auto-employ. Auto-employ. Good. Alright. That should put us solidly in the positives. Oh, right. And you need wood. For which we will require a new... probably another double, honestly. Good stuff. Second squad, are you fully trained yet? 91%, getting there. 3 recruits. Number of Talapis, 125. Talapi training. 94%. Pretty good. Pull wood from here. Take it to Bread North. Auto-employ. We have wood here. We have... And you, yes, you also auto-employ. You shouldn't need many people, but in case I've messed up. So, we now have... Yeah, quite a bit more bread. We should... The game reckons we should only be eating 284, but we're clearly eating... Oh no, we're going... Yeah, that's about right, actually. But yeah, we massively overproduced for a second there. So, and yeah, paper's sorted out. Let's cut the bread production significantly. We don't need to go overboard, although I would like to top up first. Let's go to 10. Okay, so I think... And again, I'm going to save, because I'm not good at the combat stuff. I think it's time. I think it's time to send out our army. So, go to response. Go to response. Send everyone, including those who are not well trained. Out they go. Good. Good. And now if I go to the world map, I look at my response army. It's short on plate, apparently. But not much. It's got lots of rations. Consumes 2,500 a year. That is a lot. It's got enough Piva. It's looking pretty good. Emissary points low. It's okay. So, do we have a sudden shortage? We have a Garthimri worker shortage, but there's more coming in. And the Talapis, I need to drop down again. So that it doesn't suddenly let in so many people to replace all those archers. Because the idea, I think, is that these guys are now deployed basically permanently. Okay. Well, the big guy loves us. You, the time has come for war. Big guy still loves us, and he's only slightly negative. So, response. Move down here. I hope you have enough supplies. And here we go. We have met in combat. We badly outnumber them. Result in victory, you'll use 47 men and inflict 150 casualties. Let's do it manually. If we're not in a huge wood, we have a good chance. But we're, you know, the terrain is a big wood. So, that is a problem. Oh, we got an open field. You're in trouble now, boyos. So I don't know what the range on archers is. We will find out, I guess. Shoot them. They appear to think they're in range. Trajectory proc by terrain. Is it because that one tree? Form up here on the double. And fire. Our first volley of the campaign? Perhaps? Put a lot of work into making those bows. I'd really love it if you'd fire your bows. Please. Game. Why must you do this to me? Maybe you need a clear line of sight? Oh, they fired! I think that's what it was. Smash into them. The rest of us will flank. Well, what are you doing? Dudes. Stay positioned here. You guys come around here. Are they going for the Talapis? No! Flee! You. Hit them. Hit them in the side. Okay, and you guys. Shoot them then. I don't know what your range is, but... Charge. Smash into their flank. It's not much of a charge there, buddies. Oh, they fired! Nice. Dudes, what are you doing? Is it because you're on guard mode? Come on, go charge in. There we go. Okay. Now, archers, move around the side. Hit him in the back. You gonna fire? Yeah, the game, the combat, it's not the strong suit of the game, but still. Look at our armored, gloriously armored insects, by the way. Hey, a good hit. I like that they show up, like, heavily armored. It's pretty dope. We lost, like 6 or so guys. Great victory was ours. Nice. The fact they show up in, like, gold and silver looking armor is pretty dope. Alright. We should release them. Show our chivalry. We pinched some furniture off them. Of course. Alright, keep heading in. Let's go for them. The army doesn't exist, so move in to besiege. So we're no longer able to, like, get more supplies. So we have a year's worth, it looks like, stored. So that should be fine. We could also try raiding. What does that give us? Victories 1. Raiding. Gathering resources and slaves. Yeah, don't do that. Just go besiege. I think it'll be an instant win because we just killed their garrison. Because the garrison was included in this fight. Yes, nice. So we will release prisoners. We will show mercy. And occupy the region. We've done it! Our first region! Look at it! It's glorious. And now we have admin points, which we can actually start using. So this costs... It reduces your global organization by 5. Right now, our organization is 300 plus 150 from technology. Okay, so that's no problem. And it does cost money. Okay, I'm glad we started making a little bit of money. Stands. So the way this works is there's a couple of different resources. And I haven't played in this version of the system, so I'm just going based on, you know, how it used to work. I don't have any gems. It's kind of a big part of why I came here. So you have your population. We got 487 right now, and you have a target population capacity. It will trend towards that. Based on the fact we have a city hall and an area, we have a population capacity of 247. Okay, interesting. Then you have a certain number of each different types of population, and just like in the city, the different types are better at different things. You can see they also have different amounts of happiness, and the target number of them is based on the biome and your ruling city and whether you're prosecuting them. Okay, or massacring them. Okay. There is some opposition going on. Okay, and there is 0 support right now, so we have high chance of rebellion. We probably should have sent in emissaries beforehand. It's very healthy. No, it's trending towards 0.79 health. It's very proximate to us. Okay. It decreases the amount of tribute you gain the more distant things are. And we have 7 workforce. So you spend your workforce to build stuff. So building this small village is going to give us an additional 6 workforce and 10 region capacity for people, but lower the organization by 5. Okay, so but our organization, you know, we've got plenty. So I don't just want to do a small village. I want to actually go to... All right, and there's different levels. This requires higher population to get to a small town. So yeah, we want to go to a large village, which gives even less organization, but more workforce. And yeah, we have to click to accept to do this. It's going to give, and it's going to cost 20 admin to run this small village. Okay, and do all of these cost admin or just the village? Looks like just the main thing. Okay, so we can set up a bank, which would give us 8,000 taxes in exchange for 10 workforce. Interesting. And the workforce is committed, by the way. It's not just while you're building it. So we need to make everyone more loyal. That's one thing. One way we can do that is by cutting taxes, but we are already at the lowest. So right now, their loyalty is going to change by this much each month. So how do we gain some more loyalty? Roads gives more proximity. Ooh, it actually affects your global proximity, okay. A fight pit gives quite a bit of loyalty to humans, lots to Omnivus, less to Garthemeres and Cretonians. But what are we going to use this village for? Like, what's the idea? And I think what I use it for is to produce money, basically, is what I want to produce here. We can also have it do our herbs and things for us. But you can see the efficiency has a multiplier from species, which right now is just 1. I think it's 1 on everything, actually, but maybe that'll recalculate as the populations change. You can also put workers' guilds in. That costs admin, but gives you global workforce. So you can see how that would be advantageous once you had a bunch of settlements. Increase health globally. Wow. Okay, but these all cost admin up here at the top. Okay, so we can put temples in. We want to increase the amount of Arthurianism. So remind me, you're good for mining, you're good for farming. Okay. Well, we probably want to buff up mining, because even with this ×2 on these minerals, I still think we might want to end up doing mining here. But maybe not. Maybe I should just do more farming, and then we don't need, like, more grain farming and stuff, and then we don't need to worry about increasing the size of Pigoton, basically. Law could be good. The region capacity drops, though. Okay. Humidifier, everyone hates it, but Garthimmeries. If we were going to mine, we'd want to go hard on Garthimmeries. The other thing we can do, of course, is just have them produce whatever, and then sell it, which makes us money. So yeah, let's make it a farm-focused place, and maybe we end up exporting a lot of farm goods that they send us. So irrigation gives a 25% boost on farming. Growth. Okay, we can urbanize it, which just costs workforce but increases population capacity. We want to do that. Now the population capacity is actually, you know, not going to immediately decline. That's good. We don't have enough workforce right now. Okay, so we can't do that, actually. We need to do work. We basically need to do a workers' guild. Gives global workforce. What else gives workforce? Not much. We need some loyalty, too. So we need to work out, basically, what's the best way to get some loyalty with the least workforce spent. 3 workforce for 0.5. 3 workforce for 1 in the fight pit. Also cost some admin. 3 workforce to 1.5. 3 workforce for 1 here is not bad. I guess we probably want multiple of these. Catonians don't care for the fight pit. Starting with the stands seems good. Okay, but now we're out of workforce. So workforce comes from tech, city hall, workers guild, species. But now the target is actually lower. How did it drop? Oh, right, because I unurbanized it. So how are we ever going to... I mean, I guess we need more tech, basically, in order to be able to raise the workforce. It's interesting that many of these bonuses are global. So you'll want to... It really feels like you're going to be able to start scaling once you get bigger. So because to build the higher one here, we need... This is only giving 1 global workforce. That's really not much. And we're not getting any from population, so we need to get the population to 600 so that I can make it a small town, which would give us 13 more workforce, basically. So how am I going to raise the population that high? I can't really have the stand, can I? If I had... The fact that this is giving... You know what, actually? This gives 1 global workforce. That's a terrible idea when we only have one town. So if we do this... What do we need to get to? 600. How else can I increase population? I don't know. More health? Yeah, more hygiene, but we don't have the workforce for it. I don't really understand how I'm meant to be increasing the population here. Maybe... I was going to say maybe it just increases over time, but surely not, right? Maybe I just need more tech, basically. Or a bigger province. Maybe this is a really small province. This gives 5 region capacity for 10 workforce. This gives 11 region capacity for 10 seems good. There's no region capacity from these. Quarantine is just in case you have like an outbreak of whatever, I guess. Well, I guess we might as well produce something here. So let's produce, I don't know, vegetables. We're not great at producing vegetables locally, I think. But I should probably make them loyal. Maybe when they're more loyal, we get more workforce or something. It looks like, okay, so here are all the things that can increase it. Oh, hang on, it looks like maybe cotton farm can increase workforce? Surely not. No, it can reduce it. Okay, that's the list of all the things that can increase or reduce it. Titles can increase it. The growth is lowering it quite a lot. Well, let's just do this and put in some stands so they're loyal. That made them less loyal? Why would that make them less loyal? Oh, it didn't. It just updated then, maybe? This makes you less loyal? But once the stands are in, that should counteract all of this. And then we'll at least make some money from here. I think basically, I guess we need a bigger place to sustain all the workers' guilds. So it's only 18,000 to build this. Let's do it. Does it happen instantly? Building has been constructed. Stands +1, army presence +1. Ah, but +1. Wow, the loyalty here is really bad. Basically because the support is giving it... Oh, right, okay, I see. The support is giving it a times 0.01 modifier. But support will naturally grow here over time. And with our army here, hopefully we can keep things under control. And yeah, even with support at 0.01, the situation is already improving. But there's really nothing I can do to make the population capacity higher. Maybe when they're super loyal, something will kick in. But, I don't know. I don't know. And the home is still... Yeah, we're still feeling fine. Our guys are a little... Our security has dropped because our army is away. Right, so that's the other thing we can try and do. How does that work? So you guys, we can recruit local soldiers. They will use up the conscript's pool of your realm. Once trained, they'll need to be supplied with resources. Okay, so we can recruit from here based on what? Conscripts, here we go. 420 conscripts, and it's rising as the population rises. But that is not 420 that's available there. So there must be some, ratio. Looks like maybe 4:1. The population of Cray tourists has dropped. So we don't need this, as it turns out. Because as soon as the support is not negligible, it's fine. So let's remove that. And instead put in... How do you get more conscripts out of it, by the way? Surely there's barracks. 150 conscripts for 5 workforce. Interesting. Well, let's put in... I really don't know. Something that the local species are okay at making. Which is none of these. We can't put these in because they take too much workforce. Maybe opiates? I'll probably sell relatively well. But you make not very many of them. Let's do opiates just because there's not. Let's just do that. Let's see how that goes. Okay, so if you speed up time a bunch... Right, population has reached its equilibrium. Support is rising. And as support rises, we can also crank up taxes. We are going to start pulling in, I think, a fairly substantial amount of money now. Yeah, look at that. 600 per day of taxes. That's not bad. So do we open up any new diplomatic opportunities? Yes, these guys to the south, who we haven't spoken to yet. They're not a big fan of us because of our recent betrayal. How about you? Do you want to unite yet? 11 million still. Well, we could march over and try and kill them. I'm pretty confident we could pull it off. With our army here. But they obviously need to stay put so we can get the support nice and high first. So how much could we tax them if we wanted to? Jesus! We could tax them a massive, massive amount. Okay, our wealth is about to go through the absolute roof. That seems crazy. What is this, 9,000 a year or a day? Must be a year, surely. Must be a year. That is bonkers, though. Yeah, I'm a bit confused, though. I mean, how do I ever grow this? I guess it must just be tech. Like, we get Straight more loyalty. More workforce, but it's not much more workforce. More health. 1 tick of health is probably a good idea. Although the health seems to be fine. Maybe as long as it's more than plus, I don't know, 50? Oh, good point. Okay, we won't be able to tax them this much were the army not present, I guess. Yeah, because the army presence is the only thing making them loyal right now. Okay. Fair enough. How am I ever going to get to this high population? I don't know. How many can we levy from this area? Okay, it's looking, I mean, that's a pretty decent number. And we can set them to train up. Alright, so let's start establishing these little, you know, recruit areas. So, Crutonians. We want as many as you can give me. With full melee training. And we'll give them, you know, full gear. Recruit. So they pop up. It's going to take 3 something to train them. 3 days. And then I assume their melee training will slowly increase over time. Alright, well, yeah. I mean, as many as we've got of these guys, let's get in the army. It's going to cost more and more stuff, but then we can just send home some of the old guys. And then we can stop having it pulling out of our actual, you know, numbers. Our actual, you know, population, which will be good. Ah, I think we go up to 50% training. Okay, interesting limitation. 30 insects. Give them full gear if we can. Recruit them. Alright, so let's see. I mean, not sure how it'll work, but we can give autonomy, we can abandon the region, we can see info. I think this area must be low. Yeah, that one's 150, that one's 140. I guess this is just a really small area, so it's never going to be able to be more than a relatively small town. Well, we need to go after the next guy, right? Problem is then we're going to be bordering this chappie, who's a big kind of human-dominant settlement. Which will be potentially dangerous. And we absolutely need... Yeah, so we can't have this opiate farm. We have to have something to give some loyalty while we're away. So let's put the stands back. And let's see, if we move the response army over here, how would that go? As soon as they're out, the loyalty situation is bad. 1.25 from happiness. And then there's some bad multipliers, including the tax rate. But if we drop the tax rate to 0, then it's okay. Okay, so what if we send our guys home? But we're going to have suddenly way too many population if we send the guys home is the problem. So I really don't want to ever send them home. But I also can't ever like get rid of the fact that they have all my gear. And we're short on stuff, right? No, we're not actually. So why are you short on gear? Why do you only have 4.2 out of 7? Huh. And do these ones cost money once they're raised? I don't know. Currently not mustering. How do I muster? Oh, now it is. Conscripts are training. Okay. There are no conscripts to train for this division. Maybe because I'm in the wrong area. Currently not mustering. Did it take a few days? Oh, they got to finish fortifying before they start mustering. Okay. You, by the way, keep taxing them while we're here. Should maybe wait for their loyalty to get all the way up. Okay, so currently not mustering. Still fortifying, but it takes a while to fully fortify, huh? Is it like a couple of days, I guess? Okay, now they're fortified. It says there are no conscripts. Oh, I slightly overdid it on the recruiting of those. Or maybe the population here dropped a tiny bit? I don't know. Well, yeah, it's interesting. So loyalty is now 100%, so they're super happy with us. And these guys have trained up. They exist. Can I split them into a new army? Yeah. Alright, new army. This is conscript force. Conscript foe. Okay, so you guys go to conscript force. And response, head home. Let's see if conscript force is enough to keep them loyal. Not on full taxes, but on just slightly decreased taxes. The conscript, just the locals, policing the locals is enough to keep them loyal. Nice. So now we have a steady cash income at least. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, it is daily. Blimey. That seems really good. So the conscript force, sorry, the response force is now ready for another fight. And you know me, I'm kind of spoiling for it. I'd kind of like to go and see what it's like to own more land that we can make more productive use of. But let's take a stock of situation at home. Oh, rations are a little problematic, huh? Okay. Why is this? The spoilage in the army is massive. Oh my god. Okay. Right, well, response force I'm going to have to disband you. Because I guess because it doesn't count as stored when they have it. But yeah, we're going to disband the divisions. That is the same as recalling them home, right? Yes. Okay. So they should, yeah, returning home. They should bring with them a whole load of rations, I hope. But there we go. Our slightly larger empire now includes our conscript force of 100 men. And this place, using its 13 workforce wisely. Cool. And we can tax them a tiny bit more, maybe? No. Alright, well, we'll have to wait for more tech and more other land before we can make much use of that, it looks like. Gives us a bunch more organization, more health. This is just base, more taxes. That seems pretty good. And then base, more workforce. Well, let's try it. Let's get... Oh, go on. Let's spend hard on this. Give me better tax collection, better workforce. So that's not enough to increase either of these. But was it saying that some of these would increase like the target population? It doesn't look like it. Roads. Yeah, I mean, I can make them more loyal, but it doesn't seem that productive. Well, I could take away the stand. I could upgrade it. It's just more loyalty. If I took away the stand and added in a gem mine and lowered taxes to account for it, we'd get what? 2 gems? At most, oh blimey, these things get crazy huge. Let's see what 2 gems means. It might mean 2 gems a day. But it might mean more than that. Who knows? And have you got any fresh conscripts? Are there just more and more becoming available? Edit you. Confirm. Looks like yes. There are just steadily more being created. Okay, so I guess the manpower shown there was the cap, and it slowly works towards the cap. Okay. Nice. So we have a swelling army that is currently under-equipped. Why is it under-equipped? You store capacity reserve 0. Where are my weapons? There's 100 weapons and heart here. You should be fetching from here. Yes. There we go. They're doing it. Okay. It's just that it needs to be sent out. There we go. It's arriving. Okay, good. So now we are holding steady on rations. Just, maybe? Maybe still not. So the downside of having these guys raised is we have to supply them with rations. which is a downside. We can fit 20 more in here. 15 more. Okay, which means these guys are getting more and more loyal because the army size patrolling them is getting bigger, so we can increase taxes. And we actually still have 2 workforce available here, but there's nothing I can use that on, really. Huh. Okay, so that's our brief foray into expanding. We will want to go after these guys, but there's 900 locals, so I'm a bit worried about going after them with just these guys, especially while they're, you know, not fully fleshed out. There's another 20 available. Increase the size there. I really shouldn't be fighting with Gritonians. They're not that good. Let's try and focus on having a Dondorian Garthimri army there. Okay, any important shortages? Yes. Alcohol. So we are short on alcohol because we're supplying like 100 to the army. Okay, so let's dramatically increase the number of people working here. And our food stored days is looking not great either. But that's okay. And you Garthimris, yeah, so our people are unhappy because we have more than we wanted, but over time we'll go back down to the number that we actually authorized. That should be fine. Grain's looking okay. Clothes are a little problematic. Yeah, we'll need to work on that. For now, could I have a quick stopgap tech fix, please? Yeah, just kind of a couple of thousand invested there. Oh, we got a bit of pottery that we could definitely afford. Cool, cool, cool. More spoilage. Spoilage is really good. Okie dokie. Okay, we have got some homelessness amongst the Garthimri. Fair enough. We will expand the Garthimri housing area. Asleep. And set it back in here as well. I should keep it vertical. Can't build it there yet, but that's okay. Get that dug out. Alright, the new bread area is flourishing. Though we could still do with a bit more. Let's pop out a few more bits of bread there. Okie dokie. But yeah, our population is higher than it should be because of the whole sending people in and out thing. But hopefully that will never be a problem again. Because we're going to be running an entirely conscript army. For the foreseeable future. And are the numbers continuing to swell? Only an extra 15 Dondorians available here. But let's put them in. Yeah, and the Talapis an extra 40. An extra 15, sorry, 30 in. There we go. So our force swells. That's good. And the housing is going up. Emissary points are low. Yeah, I need to look into why our emissary points keep dropping. This is Garthimri housing, and we will upgrade it all twice. Still Garthimris that are homeless, but I imagine it's just because they haven't moved in yet. Oops, got that house the wrong way around. Can't do it because that's going to be blocking it. Cancel that. Be this. There we go. And yeah, we should road it up and start torching the place. Good. Excellent. Including roads in the doorways. Good. Okay. Now, any other resource issues? Yeah, so rations are back under control. Only narrowly are they trending up with the current size of our army. So yeah, we can basically scale our army now based on our capacity to produce more rations and more arms and armor. But I mean, it must top out at some point, right? We're not just going to be able to recruit infinitely from this place. I think once it tops out at the actual 431 that it's currently providing, that'll be it. But yeah, money is going up. So kind of eventually we might be able to buy unifications. You know, it'll take some doing because inflation will start kicking into it. But until our inflation matches the amount of money we have, we're going to be able to make a lot of cash, and then we might be able to just start buying more regions, which would be cool. Clothes is the problem we have right now. I think we're going to do a little bit of eminent domain. Relocate some of these Dundorian housing. Some of this Dundorian housing, rather. It's not perfect because of how I built this road, but we'll live with it. Remove these houses. Knock down the walls. Because with the Weaver right here, it seems the right spot. Although the Weaver, worth noting, is also at capacity. We have very little spare fabric right now. Okay, so we'll need an additional Weaver as well as an additional tailor. In fact, you know what? These are kind of synced up. Oh no, the Weaver is bigger than it needs to be, actually. But let's copy the Weaver. Does it fit in this slot? It doesn't, actually. Never mind them. But yeah, we want a Weaver and Clothier who are, you know, in harmony. Ideally. So let's grow it out a bit there. Do something like this. Put some storage. It doesn't fit so well. Maybe I do this. Yeah, access. Lots of good places. And then some auxiliary looms. Am I going to be able to fit enough auxiliaries? Oh, close, but no. So if we make it a touch larger at the bottom. Do that, and then I can fit an auxiliary loom here and here. Up to 100%. We even get a slightly larger storage out of it. Good. Door there and there. Yep. Good. Okay, that's 16 employees, which is slightly less than we have here. And this consumes only 90, so we can have as many as 20 tailors, potentially. Which I don't think I'm going to be able to fit in here. But we'll see. It's 9. If I set it off like this, maybe. Yeah, I want the direct access up into there. Like this, so they can just go straight in. Okay, so we don't need a door here, really. 15 is pretty good. If I can fit in the auxiliaries. Which I can! Let's go! Okay, so door there. There. That'll do. Good, and now this area is going to need to be getting its proper paving treatment. Good stuff. Alright, by their powers combined, that will dramatically improve our, well, pretty much double our clothing production. Marvelous. Our food situation is still a little sub-optimum, so we will look into that next. Should be eminently solvable, of course. Yeah, money continues to trend up nicely. Out of Dundorians by chance? No, actually, but we will definitely need more, so let's let another 50 in. How is the human education going, by the way? Still only 56. How many free humans have we got? 29. I want to get my Dundorians educated. So let's install a second university. Where? I think down near the hall seems fine. I'm going to put it on the riverside here. With a gap down the middle. As little as it can be. Yeah, we're going to work towards trying to have a fully educated populace. I will work on also trying to fit these big podiums in. Is that going to be plausible? To get 2 of those in here? I could expand out this way. There we go. Now, can I cut this without it ruining your life? Not. Oh, there we go. Okay, so now here. There we go. Okay. Shelving off to the sides, so the students don't get too distracted by the beautiful books while they're listening. Oh, I put this right in front of this statue entrance. We'll have to get rid of that. Down the side, maybe. I bet I can expand it a bit. Here. Yeah. It's going to be close, though. 91. But you know what? There's no reason it couldn't be a little deeper here. Leaving all kinds of room for shelving. There we go. 100%. Door here. And up here. And over here, maybe? Nah, that works. Okay, now we're going to have to cut this statue. We'll put it... we'll just have 2 here. We'll just have 1 on this side. That's fine. And we will say we want Dundorians, 2, to reach the dizzy heights of 100% education. Which will give them a hefty bonus. Up to 40% on many productive industries. And we're going to refurb it. Because we need... Cut these doors. Expand it a bit there. And put a door in there. Good. Inventory points keeps being low. Why is this? I don't know. Is it just because I've assigned more than I can use? Like, hey, you love me to pieces right now. Not a huge amount of it is from emissaries. So, how do I, oh yes, court you. 4, 5, 6 off from you. You. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Not assigning the last one so that hopefully it's a little less problematic. Okay, so with this university built, we should have room for another 42 students who will be divided between humans and Dundorians. Which I think will work well. And then we'll start getting more productive. Now, food is an issue. Still not got enough drinks. People actually consuming close to the number than I expected, or is it just the army? It's basically... That's both. They're still not consuming anywhere close to how many I expected, so I'm not... I must have got the maths wrong there somehow, but I'm not sure how I did. The new clothes situation up. Yeah, working well. Should be trending positive now on clothing. That's good. Army obviously is also using some clothing. All right, there we go. Second university's up. And yes, it hasn't cratered too much our free people. This will slow the human learning, because not all of them will be humans that study first. But the Dundorian education is also useful to us. And humans are up to what? 57? Yeah. And yeah, it is still trending up slightly. Good. And there we go. Clothes trending up very rapidly now. Good. Okay, so food-wise, fish is, of course, pretty easy. We just need to expand this area. Let's try and add another 25 fishermen to the situation. We do not have any vassals at the moment, and our libraries are relatively small. Space is Space is somewhat confined at the moment. We could build more libraries and labs and things. We could, I mean, we could definitely afford more humans, couldn't we? But educating them just seems more efficient. Let's take this to 11 workers and then stop there. There we go, 11. Good. Expand it out to fit this area where we will put storage and a whole load of auxiliaries. Yeah, right now this is our intellectual quarter. With our 3 libraries and our 2 big labs. Labs putting out, yeah, education bonus on this, still not bad, 50%. The education bonus on the library is where it's at. A whole 1 additive bonus. Very nice. We've got like an extra 40,000 just from having better educated people. We could yet have another university, you know. I think we can afford it. Let's put another university down here. I want to get my people really educated, and eventually we want everyone fully indoctrinated and stuff as well. Can I fit a max size podium in there? Not quite. It'll have to go just outside the mountain as well. I can live with that. I like the idea of this, the land under the mountain. It's where you look at all our stuff and you learn how we got it. You learn the required, what it took to acquire all this vast wealth in our hall under the mountain with all of its transports. Okay, so we don't need that bit. How am I going to stabilize that bit? Oh, it's because it hasn't got a wall behind it. Okay, yeah, it's not going to work. Cut that podium, move it in 1. Cut this. There we go. Now, can't quite do that, unfortunately. I'm not keen on it being just outside the mountain here, but I don't see a great alternative. I really should be focusing on the food situation right now, but I love knowledge. Can we fit another one in here? Really going ham. At some point, I should redo my spreadsheet that tells me how many university spots I need based on the number of people I have and the ages that they live to. The other thing we should do is schools. Because they're more efficient than universities in terms of educating people fast. Ranger Pact, please sign it. We want an alliance? And you want me to give you land? No. Obviously not. I thought you were giving me land for a second there. I was getting excited. This isn't. No, this is ugly. This is ugly. It's ugly. Scrap this. Scrap this. Let's not worry about this for a moment. We should be focusing on the food situation because it's not ideal. So bakery, Northern Bakery. Kick it into gear. Get me a lot of food. Meanwhile, grain. Yeah, we are approaching grain capacity. How do we solve that? Well, okay, short-term solution. Give me some more riverside grain manufacturers. And this is a short-term solution because we don't want to be going this far north of Pigerton in the long run. I love the name Pigerton Produce. I'm so pleased with myself having come up with the name Pigerton Produce for our little Cretonian food manufacturing area. All right, how you doing? Still ticking along? Still paying your taxes? Good. I'll take it. Oh yeah, so you don't want to unite with me, by the way. But what about just selling me one of your provinces? Ah, it's your cap. This is your capital. You're not going to want to sell me your capital, are you? And you love me now, right? You sent over those emissaries? Yeah, they're big fans. All right, you want to feel better about uniting? They really do. They really do. It's down to just 7 million cost now. Interesting. What if I offer you my region? Is that bug still present? No, good. You used to be able to offer regions, which would make them feel extremely pleased about the prospect of uniting with you. But obviously, as soon as you unite with them, you get their regions. So, okay, everyone's studying. As long as human education doesn't start going... Well, yeah, with human education actually going down, I probably shouldn't be educating Dundorians. Yeah, let's focus on the humans until we have the humans at 100%. And, you know what? Let's breed our own humans. But first, food. I keep getting distracted. Okay. So, rations. What's the situation? You just don't have enough. We're just not making enough, basically, right? Because the army consumption is substantial. Yes. Okay. So, to resolve that, we will need to move the ration maker up here, I think. And bread north can have some herbs. Less grain, less bread. It won't need much bread storage. But yeah, some grain and some rations. Where did I put the transport? Here. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to fit another... You know what? This lab is needlessly shaped. Cut off this bit. Don't need that bit. More expensive to construct, only by 1%. We need a new transport, which I can now fit here. And if I move the statue, but I like the statues at the entrances, they look cool. Give me better roads in the doorways, please. And then some paved road can connect up the housing. Which, did I ever upgrade? I did. Okay, so this now holds all the right stuff. Now we need the ration maker. And it's going to be substantial. But just one high. Keep clicking on the wrong thing. There we go. So, workbench. 30 employees. Dramatic increase. Sizable internal storage. Access to the area. Auxiliary stations down the left. Actually, we can fit a bit more by switching them horizontal. Thusly. Go for it. Okay, how many are we currently employing? 14. Okay, so we're gonna keep the old one as well, but now we need some grain being shipped up to Bread North. So sorry, not grain. How have I been naming these? Herb rations, clothes. Where are you going? Your grain, bread, grain. Your bread to north? No, your grain, bread north. I guess. Okie doke. And then once this one's done, we'll send the herbs over. We might find ourselves in a herb shortage. We're losing quite a lot to spoilage right now. Oh, we're really not using many herbs. It doesn't cost many to make the rations. Okay, but once this is done, pull from here, herbs up here. Good, and then you, rations north. Okay, pull from here, push down to the hall under the mountain. The rations. Nice. And yeah, we're going to increase... We're just going to focus on food for a minute here. We're going to increase the amount of... our delta fishing area is going to get bigger. All kinds of areas are going to get bigger. We're not short on Almevans, are we? Ah, we are. I was being efficient on Almevans. Let in another 25 of them and another 25 humans. Yeah, Tilapis are not thrilled with life. So you know what? I know what'll cheer them up. Because we have all the stuff ready for it. Have a tavern. You've got your restaurant here. Let me put a tavern next to it. I'm going to build it out of wood. Just like you like. And here you go. Back wall. 2 walls. Actually, shrink it slightly. The tilapis will get happier once, and of course it's rounded because these freaks like it like that. But the some knickknacks and some carpets for style. But what the tilapia population is going to decline because it's inflated right now by the fact that all the archers came home. But we shouldn't have that problem again, ideally. So. And we will put some flowers in the corners of the building. Good stuff. So, ration maker, are you thriving? You're consuming bread from here. The problem is the bread is going to be whisked away by this. Can I allow people to take from this? Don't think I can. Yeah, so the ration maker is having to send people south to get bread. Okay, well... yeah, that's not ideal, is it? I guess... I do a little fudge. So this... is a... you can't take from the ground. You can only fetch from here. And this is going to be a second little bread thing. It pulls from that one. And it has just a hint of bread for use of the ration maker. And it auto-employs. That way, this one pulls bread out of here. Which it should be doing. Which it is doing. Good. The bread is being taken immediately by this. But this way, some of the bread is not going to make it onto the transport and go south. Looks like we're still short on bread, though. Do you want to become friends? You give us all your money and your only province. You know what? How about go screw yourself? So dramatically increase. I never gave you the second upgrade. Oh! That's a blunder. That is a blunder. I never even upgraded this either. So that's consuming 700 bread. Bluminac. We're going to need to crank this bakery. I thought this bakery was going to be future-proofing. Turns out we actually need all that bread production right now. Okay, the area is lit. Let's pave this bit. Good. And this bit. Good. Okay. Does my transport actually directly infringe on this? It kind of does. Do you need that tile? You do. No, you don't. You don't. Okay. Okay, let's fill that back in. Okay, how's your human education going? Up to 60%. We're getting there. Okay. Any more bakery tech? I'd like a bit more bakery tech. I think we've got it to the point where it's already getting a bit pricey. Ah, it's not that bad. Let's get a few levels of bakery tech. Up to 1,250 bread here now. Okay, good. That should be good. Now up here, with the tavern in place and the upgrade done, the elves are thrilled once again. Look at that services bump. Pre-tavern. Look at that. From 14 all the way up to 15.07. Delicious. And nice and rounded and wooden, of course. Boom, ba-dum, boom. And they're staying nice and competent. Yeah, down to 13 days food storage. This is not good. It's a bit of a crisis. I shouldn't be on fast forward, really, should I? Anyway, let's get some more fisheries going. Oh, this is ice, not... I thought that was land. All right, so we had 11 more there. Let's go hard, actually. Let's get like another 50 tilapies going. And by tilapies, I mean lizardy boys. Fishy boys, rather. What are they called? Almevans, that's right. Now they just want alliance for money and booze. No, wait, that's the guy's that's our next door neighbors. I accept. That's a lot of money, but I accept. That's another 11 workers. That brings us a plus 20. I kind of like the small auxiliaries. So it's a lot of money, but, you know, we get it over time, basically, for nothing. So with you, we are now allied. Which I think, yeah, is going to make them more willing to unite. Because their opinion of us will rise. Now, hopefully they don't declare a war and, like, call us in. I don't know how that system works in this game, but I hope we don't have to find out soon. There's no deep fishing spots here, huh? Are there none at all? There's some down here. Wow, we're really running out of good fishery areas. Gonna need to connect over here. And then it looks like down here. Connect in. Good. And yeah, these fisheries that we're setting up now are not as efficient as some of the ones we did before. There's less deep sea fishing spots in them. But I can live with it. We need just all the fish we can get. And then we might even set up an upstream fishery, you know, at the north of the delta. Let's see. There's 12. Storage will have to be up here. I can't bear to set one up with no deep sea fishing spots in it, though. That just seems awful. Efficiency per worker is so bad without any deep sea fishing spots. I think to be maximally efficient, you want to set it up with basically only deep sea fishing spots, but... Oh, I can't do that. We'll cut out this bit down here. That's fine. Okay, expand it a bit more, though, over onto the island, so we have room for the storage. And then we'll connect it in by road. Like this. Good. And the road, now have 100 in our fisheries. Nice. Should continue down the center of these islands. So they stay nice and happy. Now remind me, what are your environmental concerns? You like ore. So, I will indulge you. Ah, decorations. You must remember, as you fish, the noble society that you fish for. And so we're going to put a bunch of statues up around here. In the key little crevices of these fishing areas. Nice. Good. Now I'm imagining our fisheries are going to go unworked soon. But we'll see. Because I think we will have built more than we can handle with our current number of Almevans. But maybe I'm wrong. And yeah, we do want one making use of every last bit of deep sea fishing. And then we'll extend it north, partly just so it looks less, you know, out on its own down here. Oh, this is slightly RSI inducing. Oh, it's 1 o'clock already. Blimey. Gotta go eat lunch. We'll finish the food crisis. Well, maybe not the whole food crisis, but the fishery situation first. Then we'll give it a big area up here for the storage and auxiliaries. Nice. Now we need a road. And I will follow the practice of the coastal road here. Just because I think it looks nice. There we go. Fish for lunch? Sadly, no. It'll be charcuterie, I imagine. Charcuterie, egg, avocado and tomato salad. Oof. That's my plan, at least. Do. Right, down there you go. All the way down. Nice. Good stuff. Okay. So, there's our extra fisheries. Let's let in an extra 25 of them. Check their employment level is currently 80%, so this should be able to handle all of this. Now, my fish warehouse. Where is this all being gathered to? Here, right? So it needs to be a slightly larger radius so it can get to these areas. And yeah, this one's still slowly building out the road. Nice. Look at that little delta fishery. I mean, you know, not to toot my own horn too much. I really think that's a rather elegant little setup. I think it works aesthetically rather nicely. I'll put just a hint of extra fisheries here. Build the road across to them. Just trying to make use of every last deep sea fishing spot. This one can be expanded somewhat. Again, allowing the inefficiencies inherent in non-deep sea fishing without regrets. There's one more here. Junk. Just to really make sure we're getting the most out of these delta. Because these fishy boys, like, they're just content. They're just happy. They love to fish. They love to be near the water in their little mud houses. You know, they're just cheerful. So I can't help but think it's a no-brainer to make use of them. I sometimes think, yeah, should I do like a mono-species city? But then... Where would my fishy boys live? You know, we need them. They're wonderful people. They deserve to have their fishing access. And in fact, I am also going to fish this area, even though it's inefficient, because I like the idea of having the whole delta fished. There we go. Just one fisherman. See, and one fisherman in that whole area. It's crazy. But there we go. Glorious little fishing delta. Very nice. Ah, but a coastal road is called for. Do. Very nice. Now, there is some maintenance problems here, I think I saw. This janitor does not have range all the way down here. Okay. So, a new janitor joining the fish village. Slot it nicely in here. Give it a little road connection. Statues presiding over the fisheries. I love it. I love it. Such a fun game, man. The kind of... Excuse me. Ah, my mute key didn't work. I'm sorry, stream. It worked that time. I haven't been muted for ages, have I? Hope not. The degree of fine control you have, and then you zoom out and you're like, wow, look at this whole place that we built. It's dope. It's real dope. All right, fully upgraded all this housing. Still got some homeless Almevans. So we will build a few more houses. There's some room over here. Let's dot them around. They don't all have to be right next to each other. They do need roads, however. The statue's facing the wrong way now. I'll put it here. Nice. Okie dokie. How's our human education going? 65%. Very nice. Very nice. Once the food crisis is sorted, I think I'm going to increase the size of our human population. And really get tech bumping. Are we on max speed? No, one down. So yeah, will our wealth ever reach 7 million? It looks like inflation is already... So what is our inflation? What is the inflation rate? 654 is getting inflation of 1.5 thousand. What is that? 1520 divided by 65400. It's a 0.2... Sorry, it's a... Yeah. It's a 0.2% deflation rate per day. So if we were at 7 million, that would be 14,000 inflation. So we should get to 17 million because we're earning more than 14,000 in our each day. So good. We should get to enough to actually start buying other provinces. And then once you start buying other provinces, I feel like we're just going to snowball out of control, right? Because I mean, we'll need to scale our army to defend ourselves. You can't even think it's good. We'll need to scale our army to defend ourselves, but we should just be able to scale our tax base massively. Organization and administration will start to be an issue, but bread is still declining. What? Workload is not full here because there's not enough grain. Because what? You are at Herbs North. This guy's at 100% workload trying to get grain over there. Alright, let's scrap these for a minute. Let's go hard, because that's where we're going to continue scaling our grain production. There is grain here, yeah? Yeah. We still need more grain production. Alright, well, I've got to end the episode. Let me just set up this last transport, and then we have to end the episode. But yeah, we're going to have to scale Pickerton produce to the north. You give me a gift. No thanks. Give me money. Give me money so I can buy you. Then I'll accept your gift. But yeah, I mean, there's plenty of fruit for people to eat. And the fish production should scale. Homeless Dundorians. Really? Did I never upgrade the new houses? I didn't. That might be part of why. Alright, you guys. You are grain north. Pull from here. Grain. Take it here. How are we still not getting more rations? The army's just eating a lot, basically. Yeah, because when you scale the size of your army by conscripts, you still scale the amount of food you have to produce. And it's an expensive food to produce. 3 grain. Sorry, 3 bread in every ration. Northern Ration Maker is using the all bread recipe. No. He's an idiot. He's me, to be clear. Oh, that was 350 grain. 350 bread. We were just wasting. Oh, Jesus. All right, well, that should solve a lot of the problems. Doesn't it also make more rations? It does. What a jabroni. All right, well, I got to end the episode here. Clearly, my brain glycogen is getting a little low. I need to go and munch. And then I shall return. But for you on YouTube, it will be in the next episode. Till then, goodbye.